The Consumer Goods and Services Ombud says they're increasing their focus on better ensuring access to their services, particularly among those marginalised in rural and township areas, and say that during last year they expanded their media and digital footprint to get the word out about what they have to offer to consumers.
This year we expanded our processes or our presence across the key social media platforms, aiming to drive people to our recently revamped website. We engaged with media across the platforms to promote the services that we offer and educate consumers on their rights and responsibilities under the Consumer Protection Act, and specifically regarding online transactions.
In the year under review, the CGSO noted that they received 12,207 retail complaints, up 8% on the previous year.
Most consumer complaints in our sector consistently fell into three broad categories: goods that become defective within 6 months of purchase, punitive cancellation policies, and orders that are not fulfilled on time or within a reasonable time.
The Ombud usually encourages that the supplier of the goods or services does their best to resolve the issue with the consumer first, giving them 15 business days within which to do so that the matter doesn't end up with them. But where there's no meeting of minds, it can then intervene. She gave more detail about the nature of most of the complaints.
Of the 12,207 complaints received, 61% fell into the 10 distinct sectors. Of this, online transaction accounted for a bulk of our complaints per sector, increasing year on year from 26% to 30%. This trend began during the lockdown in 2020, and 5 years later, not much has changed in terms of the consumer experience. Electrical appliances and telecommunications and satellite services are next at 18%, as you can see.
In their bid to improve their reach, particularly to the poor, the CGSO partnered with institutions of higher learning, like the Universities of Pretoria and Venda.
This partnership will allow law students trained and supported by our office to assist indigent communities in lodging complaints, seeking resolution, and understanding their rights. And of course, where possible, in their own native languages, so that they can talk to somebody that can speak their language.
The Ombud reported that its revenue for the year came in at 11.9 million rand, slightly less than the 12.1 million rand reported in the previous year, and noted that it had received a clean audit. It says that a total of 2,175 industry players had signed up as paying participants of the Consumer Goods and Service Ombud, up 19% on the year before, giving the Ombud the much-needed resources it needs to do its work. Nampumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.